Okay, I should be live. Hello out there in Radio Land, everyone. Or I guess I should say like L Word Land. So I see, hey Julesy, hey Tammy, hey Gloriana, hey Amy, hey Sonia, hey Nikia, hey Brenda, hey Shan. I think that's everyone who's. Oh, hey Carol in the chat so far. Oh, hey Kaya. Yeah, there is a lot to talk about today, which we were right that they released the trailer the last day of June. So as we said last week, so glad that we got it this week, and we got it and the teaser and so many other things. So there was something I wanted to talk about first, just to kind of get out of the way, and also because it's something that I wanted to do on live so that I can explain like what I'm doing it, because if I just like put it on Instagram it wouldn't really make any sense. So hey Stephanie. So a couple of people were talking about the fact that they were asking basically, do I think like this really long hiatus will have done and like negatively affected the show, or has there been any repercussions with something like this, or do I think the views will be down? And the answer is absolutely not. I think if anything, the hiatus has helped the Our Generation Q, because there's so many people. Hey Savage, hey Jessica, hey Helen, that have come into the show. Like even a lot of people on my channel have told me, "Oh, this is the first time I'm ever watching the show as it's airing." So I'm gonna share the screen and I'll show you guys what I mean, because yes, the L Word did Generation Q, when it started, it had the added bonus of there were people who watched it all that time ago and came as new viewers. And then it's also picked up a ton of new viewers or people that weren't even old enough to watch it before. Like, I know like Molly and people, they're only 19, 20 now. So of course they weren't watching it the first time around. So I started doing videos in January 2020, and I only had my channel for the last 3 weeks of season 1. But I did start my channel, like I made it the June before that, and it just took me a while to like get my confidence and stuff up. So I was squirreling information away based on stuff coming up. So yeah, so you kind of just, you're one of the people I was thinking of that you told me that. So I don't know if anybody knows what the Wayback Machine is called, and I'm sure some people do. It's basically this site that archives the internet in the simplest terms, and you can go to dates and you can see exactly how that site was on that day. So I'm going to share the screen and I'll show you guys. So we can look at the amount of, because people were talking about the trailer views and things like that. So we can look at how many views the trailer had the day it was released, and then like now, it's been, well, the other thing is that I was going to say is YouTube counts things weirdly, right? So if I had made a video on, today's July 2nd, if I had made a video on July 4th, 2020, it would say right now, this video was made 11 months ago. But if I'd made the video in 2019, it would say the video was made 1 year ago. It doesn't actually tick over to that 2-year mark until it passes the day. So even though it says like 2 days, it's really 3 days. So let me share the screen. This will be quick, but I just want to explain it because it won't make any sense if I did it on like Instagram or something. Okay, so this is the Wayback Machine, and this is the website of the Showtime one. So the trailer was released in 2019, August 23rd, 2019. So this is a couple of hours after it was released. It is a little bit slow because obviously it's like archiving the everything, so it takes a second. So this will appear as the site was on the 23rd of August 2019. So this is the season 1 trailer. I'm going to write it down. So 174,530. And then let's go the next day. As I said, sorry, it's a little bit slow. So 282,000. And then we'll do one more day, and then I'll show you now. Or 2 days ago. Or 2 days ago, 3 days ago now. Okay. 3, 4, 8, 6, 2, 5. So now we go here. You can't see the screen very good. Oh, hang on. Let me make me smaller. Is that better? Oh, now I can't see. Okay, now I can. Okay, here we go. So, June 30th. And then I have we can obviously look at today's too. Come on, we've got a lot of things to talk about. Wayback Machine. Hurry up. Sorry, I do just wanted to get this out of the way at the start. Just taking its sweet little time. Okay, well, while I know when I switch it all. Okay, well, while that's loading, I can show you today's so that you can see the difference in the 3-day one. So this is the one now. So 545, like over 500,000. And at this stage, the trailer for the first season, which you're also considering the trailer for the first one, like it was returning, like it would have been a bigger deal then. And it's over 200,000 more views for Wednesday's trailer. And the Wayback Machine has loaded now, so let me show you one too. Was it this one? Yeah. So after 5 hours. So let's go one day over. Oh, you can't go. We can't have 390. We can use the teaser, I guess, too. But I thought you could go, like, we'd be able to go to July 1st, but I guess they haven't archived it. But yeah, but so we're just using the 3-day one because you can't use the trailer from, like, look at the season 1 trailer today because it's had nearly it has nearly exactly 2 years more views worth. So comparing the trailers 3 days apart, the season 2 trailer has almost 200,000 more views. So I hope that I just wanted to point that out. So let's get on to everything else. And I'm assuming everyone has seen both of the trailers. Do we want to talk about the trailers, the teasers, the Bette and Tina picture? Maybe we should just play the trailer since we're here. Will we? Yeah. Let's just do it. Oh.
Her back. It's now or never. Do you think it's true about the real deal not coming around that often? Actually, I don't. I swear to God, I had no idea that was her wife. She should have come with a warning label. I cheated too.
That's true. You had Matt. On Matt. You cheated on Matt. That's right. She's got trust issues.
I gotta tell you something, but you gotta not freak out. I slept with a woman.
Shut up.
Tina has Carrie. She makes her laugh. And I have, oh yeah, that's right, I have no one.
Got that.
Come here. You're kind of sweet, huh? Like a sweet feral cat. Right?
The dog.
I want to be near her. I think I've always loved you. If there was ever a time to win her back, it's now or never. I just got scared. I promise. I'm gonna try not to be so scared anymore. See you and me.
I really like that song too. Yeah, so I've put out some of my videos. Absolutely love the soft tail girl. That 200k difference is just me watching Gigi kiss Bette over and over again. Yeah, that I probably contributed to some of that 200k, but I watched the first one equally as many times too. So and then I'll show you guys. I'm sure most people have seen it now. The picture that came out today. Well, I'll talk about it in a sec. But in the trailer, it wasn't in the trailer. It was in that teaser. In the teaser, there's the scene where Bette is like sitting in this room, and she like reached her hand out and like grabbed someone's hand, and there was great debate over whose hand she was grabbing. But I mean, I think I put a video out yesterday saying I'm pretty sure it was Tina's because the real hard workers out there were getting pictures of Laurel Halloman's hands, but I thought it was Tina because you could see like the clothes, and you could see it was the clothes that she was wearing in that picture that I shared in the video with the mask. So I know a couple of people are asking where this picture came from, and normally I would say like, oh, I got it from this crew member, I got it from this person, but I have no clue where this picture came from. It was sent to me. Hey Rosanna, it was sent to me a couple of times, and I have no idea where it originated from. So, which is so strange because I mean, before when I've got pictures like, well, not like that. That's like a professional one, but behind the scenes and stuff. It's most of the people that send them to me, I'll always give them like an at or a shout out or something. So yeah, I know it was on Twitter was where the people who sent it to me originally got it from. So it's yeah, and the weird thing is that little teaser fragrance is shot in like a weird size. It's like, I don't know, it's the teaser is like really strange because when I was pulling screenshots for it, it's like in like a fat square or something. It's really strange. So maybe the where this has come from, whoever edited it, it was an expanded one like this, and then they've purposely cut it down for Instagram, and then they had like the wider angle. So yeah, and it's so strange that we got it like boom. So 2 days after the trailer came out. And then I'm just reading what you guys said. But yeah, I don't know where it is because when I first, like the first time I watched the teaser, I thought, oh, it looks like a doctor's office or like a therapist or something. And then the couple more times I watched it, I was like, oh no, it looks like a school. But I've I've tried to zoom and enhance and can't read what's written on. I mean, like some of them you can make out they look like bands. So I can't imagine that a hospital would have like posters for bands, but you never know. Oh, hey Mira. Hey Savage. Yeah, and like Brittle said, it only makes sense to be Tina with Bette's emotional state. Like Bette doesn't really like cry in front of other people, and that's like public too. So I really wonder what it is because like Bette isn't like a person who like breaks down in public like emotionally, and I know for a long time, ever since God, when did we find out about Kayla Allenwood? I think it was one of my Christmas videos. I think that I talked about that about the girl being cast as Kayla Allenwood, and ever since then we've been saying, oh, maybe it's because Angie needs like some sort of, I don't know, like even just blood donation or something. Like she could have a AB positive or some rare blood type. So I don't know. Maybe there's something going on there. Jules has an awesome theory on Twitter linking this scene to Marcus Kayla. Is that the one where she said about Marcus? YouTube is like really weird about saying certain things. Marcus being unalive. But then I think why would Bette and like I just don't think Bette and Tina then like why would they be involved in that? I think there's a lot more chance that it's like something like Angie needs a blood transfusion or oh, it was Muriel. And maybe Jules retweeted it. And Oh, I have to catch up on the theories. I haven't been on Twitter really that much. I mean, it could also be like one of those, like not like a dorm, but like outside like the college counselors thing or something like that. Like my school in like where you would wait for like the counselor or like the principal or something. It looks kind of like that. No, it definitely doesn't look like residential fragrance. That's right. So yeah, that was the picture that everyone was going crazy on. Yeah, that the pictures behind them is why I thought it probably isn't like a doctor's or like a hospital. And the other thing I was talking about a lot yesterday was the poker stuff. And actually those new episode titles, so this kind of ties into what I was saying about the I should have just because we've got new episode titles, and Luck Be a Lady, and like wasn't that the poker episode last time? I'm sure it was called that. Let me see. So the poker thing has me really, really interested because there's so many. Oh, I have the episode titles here. Oh, yep. Yeah, Luck Be a Lady, exactly the same title. So my thought is that this has to be the episode that Helena turns up in, right? Like that was, I mean, that the poker thing last time was all Helena, and I mean, hopefully she's not still like that Catherine woman hasn't turned up again or something. But the really strange thing about like I was talking about it in my video yesterday about they were playing poker, and like Alice, Shane, Gigi, and Bette are all playing poker, and it just like they've got loads of chips, and then the other thing is when Shane is like counting the money afterwards with Tess, like friends playing friend, like if I play with my friends, like well, one, we just use chips and they have tons of chips there. So I don't even know why they would have all that cash. But if there is all that cash, like you don't play with like $100 bills with your friends. Like, but it just seemed really strange. And then some other people were saying that it looked like it was really dark where they were, and like that's kind of strange because obviously it's a bar and bars are open late, so like what time are they playing at? But Dana's does have those like shutters that make it really dark, because even when in episode 3 or 4, when Shane buys it and Tess and Lena get there in the morning, I think it's episode 4, and they come in and Shane's in there with like the liquor delivery, it looks really dark apart from like the front door being open. So yeah, I mean, I think that there's definitely something like they're having something to do with the poker. Like it looks like they're like maybe like I could totally see Alice being like, oh yeah, we're experts, Poppy we'll get like a Poppy call back, and Poppy taught us or something, because that wasn't there, and obviously Gigi wasn't there, so they probably are, I don't know, learning from Alice. And yeah, it just the cash thing is like, and then Shane and Tess and the dog, I was like, so they're obviously counting up afterwards, and I just had a feeling that there's because they're so strict with things like that, especially in the US, that if they were doing like a charity thing, so when I worked for Poker Stars, like we used to do charity poker events and things like that all the time, and there just like isn't cash. Like it's all everybody gets chips and there's like donations and stuff, but you can't use cash because then it becomes like the way that there's like all these rules around gambling and how, like when Monopoly does their thing, Monopoly has to actually say that you can walk into any Monopoly and say, I want a game piece, and they have to legally give you a free little, those tearaway things. When you ask for one at a McDonald's, they limit it to like one a day. Otherwise, it is considered gambling. And there's all these other laws around it. So yeah, all that cash, it just made me think that there was something up. We'll just catch up on what you guys said. Yeah, like I can see them doing like a fundraiser, but just all that cash is there's some, and I mean it could be like an honest thing that they don't know, and then there's this they accidentally to break the law. Oh yeah, Kaya, the house always wins. Like I said, I worked in the gaming industry for a long time. The house always wins. My other mod that's in here a lot, like it's one of my real life best friends, Emily. Emily, she told me I could say this because I checked with her. Emily used to date Daniel Negrana, who is the best poker player in the world. So and Emily worked with me too. So they yeah, especially the websites and stuff. I used to like I worked in like fraud for PokerStars, but I like used to design like the math and stuff for those games, and yeah. That's what Brenda said is the poker. It's the poker that brings in the FBI. That's what I said yesterday in my video. I was thinking because like believe me, I know the FBI is who investigates, because when the FBI seized the PokerStars website, it was the FBI who dealt with it. So yeah, it's not like local cops or anything like that. So that's also why I thought maybe it's something to do with that. Fragrance said, house always has the rake. But that's the thing. If that's what I mean by all that cash. If that's the rake from like there's either huge, like they're either doing enormous pots, or there's like insane turnover, or it's like some sort of tournament where the buy-in's like, I don't know, 10 or 20 grand or something. Oh, hey, Josie, we were just talking about the poker situation, and saying that, you know, especially with all the cash and stuff. And then personally, I think that the episode 3 is going to be the episode that Helena turns up in, because it's the same title as that season 4 episode. I mean, they've obviously done that on purpose, because there's a lot of other L words they could have used, or even if they wanted to make it like a gambling thing, they could have done like lucky lady, or so, you know, like they could have, if their real intention was to make it something different, then. And look at what else I was gonna say. Let's see if they've updated. Sorry, I've got like a piece of glitter or something stuck in my eye. It's driving me crazy. So last week, for anyone who wasn't here last week, we went through like each episode's like the cast. So I'll go through the first couple really quick. We know this one, obviously, the showrunner, Marsha Lewis Ryan, has directed it, which normally the case that the showrunner does the premiere and the finale. And we're straight in there getting introduced to Rosie playing Carrie, and then like everyone is in the premiere. Jose, Danny's dad, Jordy, obviously Laura Holman's in it too. So the premiere is going to be, I mean, whenever I told you guys that August 8th was going to be the premiere date before Showtime, the people that told me, like the crew that told me, they told me on the Saturday night that they had the wrap party. And I've said this before in a live, I know, just in case anyone didn't hear it, that they watched the premiere that night of the wrap party, and then at the wrap party, that's when they announced, okay, it's August 8th. And then they told me, and then that's how I knew before Showtime announced it. And at the, like, obviously, I know that this is coming from people who work on the show, so maybe they're biased, but I'm biased too. So they said that the premiere is like really, really good. And even I know Vanessa Williams, when she was on that podcast that I shouted out on my Instagram, she was saying that like obviously she's not in the premiere, but that it was like a really good episode. And so, I mean, I'm sure I'll really like it, because I'm just really excited to get the show back. So this is the one I was thinking maybe it's something to, because we know there's a wedding. Whether anybody gets married, that's a different story. So Sophie's family's in this one too. So that is a possibility there. And then I was thinking that the wedding was like somewhere around 2, 3, or 4. So that could be some sort of prep. And then we know this is, let's go back to see what you say. Sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. Era Single. Will Tina be a regular in this season? No, she's still a guest star, and I'm obviously, like, I don't know this for sure, but I'm pretty sure that it's Laurel Holman's decision to do that, because I'm sure if she said she wanted to be a regular, they would absolutely jump at the chance. But she has her entire successful like painting career. So when you're a series regular, there's a lot of stuff that goes with it too, like you have to do all the interviews and all the, you know, like when all these cast photos come out and stuff, like Laurel won't be in them. She might be in like small amount of, you know, if they do like, they're not going to do a big premiere again, but if they did like a little premiere and stuff, but the main, you know, the one with all their arms around each other, that version of this season, like she won't be in that stuff. It's the same way like Nat's not in them because Stephanie Allen isn't a series regular either. Brenda said Spotted Eileen appears under the list of writers for episode 10. I think that's a mistake because if you look see on this one too, this is just copied over. Because I mean maybe they've come to some sort of agreement because Eileen previously, the reason that she couldn't do the show or she didn't do any writing on the first season is because she's in like an exclusive contract with, I think it's CBS. So even if she wanted to, like she can't because she does that. It's one of the new Law and Order crime. I can't remember. Yeah, and then Kayla Allenwood, this is the first one that she's in, the episode 3. I think a couple of these are new. So this is Vanessa Williams' first episode too, episode 4. Oh no, that was the one I just clicked on, sorry. Episode 5. And then most of these director ones are correct though, because I remember Catriel, because that's one of the episodes we got a picture of like the clacker. So that is right. Because I think Vanessa Williams is pretty much in the rest of the season from 5 onwards. This is getting into, from this one on, they're not up to date. So, yeah, I know that some of 10's been updated, but it's not completely right either. Because this is copied over because they're listed as the 3 creators always. So I think that they've just filled that into. Because sometimes when you do the IMDB thing, like it won't let you go through until you've like filled certain bits out. And most of these people are like, actually, this character is listed like I think in a few episodes, but like this restaurant patron, like this will be them updating it, or like they're all in like very minor roles that their agent or even them themselves have like updated, because obviously like, I mean, if I was on that word, I'd be putting it on there as soon as possible too. So let me just catch up on what you guys said. So yeah, so we know Rosie's in 3 episodes. It looks as though Laurel's going to be in 4. I think I've said from the beginning, I think it's around 4 to 6. But they still have to update 8 and 9. So she could be in 1 or both of them. Probably around 5 of them. And then it seems as though Vanessa Williams is in from episode 5 onwards. They are keeping certain things under wraps, like the Helena thing, because we know that, well, Helena was on there by mistake, like the Laurel thing. So I really wonder if Helena is just a 1 episode thing, because the other thing is that if you, I said this the other day too, if you go and watch the season 1 trailer, like it's at the end of the day, it's like 1.5 minutes, and this season's got 2 more episodes. There's like nearly 9 hours of content, squeezing it in for and how huge the cast is. Like, that's what I mean. Like, they're showing us Bette and Gigi in the trailer, but that could literally be like a one night, one and done thing. And then how much of that was in the trailer? Like, quite, there's quite a lot of Bette and Gigi scenes in the trailer, so. A couple of people have said that, Carol, about Micah and Maribel. You know who is really nice, who I've talked to over like Instagram DMs, is Jillian Marcado. She's really, really nice. And yeah, she's awesome. So I think that she's in quite a lot of episodes this season too. And a few people have put that in the comments, that they thought that there was something going on with like Micah and Maribel. Fragrance, I really like Tess too. I really like her character, and I like this. I would really like to see the whole her having like her issues and stuff, like, and being in recovery and all that, because it is something that really affects like a disproportion of the LGBTQ community. So I think that it would be great to have that portrayed, because we've never even really seen anything like that. I think Jamie's in pretty much like every episode. Maybe there'll be like 1 or 2 that she's not, but because obviously they haven't finished 7, 8. Well, they haven't finished 10 too, but she's pretty much listed in everyone so far. Kelly, no, I think she's physically in three episodes. Sorry, I was catching up on what you said. Jules. Yeah, the Bette and Gigi thing, I really think that it like I said in the video, I think that it will be literally like fire, absolutely amazing for about 2 weeks, and then yeah, because I just can't. I mean, there could be some crazy thing where actually they do work, even though they're both like pretty alpha, in the same way that I think that, I hate using that word, like Danny, because I think that Danny and Gigi would be great together too. But I think that Bette and Gigi will have like, especially because it's in the trailer, I think that it'll be like a very short-lived thing, and then I think that it'll become like an Alice and Bette thing, and they'll become like friends, because I mean, unanimously, pretty much anything I've put out on my channel, like asking who's your favorite character from the Gen Q cast and this and that, like, I think Gigi was a lot of people's favorite character. So, she's definitely going to have a bigger role this season, especially, like, she wasn't in a crazy amount of season 1, because outside of like I didn't even talk about her really as an individual character outside of like Alice and Nat, because all of her scenes were with them. So I'm really excited to just have more of her as a character, and like learn more about her and what she's like outside of this relationship with Nat or with Alice and Nat, and like outside of like just being Nat's ex-wife and like having kids and stuff. So I'm excited for that. Yeah, I was a bit worried when I saw Gigi's brother thing too. I don't really go to the like this person's going to be unalive because I think that they've the people who write the L Word Now and like the showrunner and the directors and everyone, they're like the same age or a year or two older than me. So they were watching the L Word like right as they were coming out. So I'm also gonna say that they were like personally victimized and like absolutely scarred by the whole Dana thing. So hopefully they don't ever go down the route of like people being unalive, because I mean, it's the L Word. Like, yes, it's a drama and yes, there's a lot going on, but we don't need to be like unaliving people. Yeah, I think with the Bette and Gigi thing, I think it's going to be like a bit of a bait and switch too, and maybe we will get the Danny and Gigi, because you guys know that I've been banging on about that for the entire hiatus. Kaya, I'm here for every second of Bette and Gigi, and I ain't sorry about it. Yeah, Emma, I think that I think that they learned the lesson from Eileen, that because she's and fair dues to Eileen, like she did create this awesome show, and I know some people are really hard on her, but I will always like and respect her for creating the show, and especially that she's come out afterwards and said like, listen, I know that I shouldn't have done that, but I can also see what she was trying to do. Gigi's brother is in episode 10. Let me scroll down a little bit, you can see this one here. He's been on the cast list for like even before they started updating like the episode titles and stuff. So yeah, we don't really know any more than him just being in the episode, because I don't know that actor or anything. Yeah, Claire, that's what I thought too. If they're going to show it in the trailer, and the way sometimes someone else said this to me yesterday, and they were like, I can't remember who it was. They said, oh, in the season 1 trailer, they showed all these like scenes. Well, not loads of scenes, but they showed some scenes of Bette and Felicity, and then that wasn't actually in the season. And they were like, how would you feel if they showed you Bette and Gigi in the trailer and then they didn't put it in the show? And I'd be like, I would riot. Would absolutely riot. Yeah, but the brother, I feel like we're gonna learn a lot more about Gigi this season, and yeah, it could be. But this is the other thing too. The Jacqueline Tobani, or I can't remember how she pronounces it. She wrote something, I think it was on her stories the other day, and she was like, this season is sad. It's really great, but it's sad. And I was like, that's quite a heavy thing to say about a whole season. And yeah, it just got me thinking. Side question. I thought no actor could have the same name, so how is there a Vanessa Williams and a Vanessa Williams, the singer actress? I think that, well, yeah, it's weird that this Vanessa Williams hasn't had to use like a middle initial or something. It's normally if they're SAG registered. So I'm absolutely. I mean, maybe she's not actually like the original Vanessa Williams. She's in like she was in that Disney movie and some other stuff. So I'm pretty sure that she'll be SAG registered. But maybe this Vanessa Williams isn't. I haven't seen her in tons of stuff before. Sometimes it says if they're not. No, it says. Oh no, she's been around for it. So actually, maybe she originally registered in SAG with her name, and like Vanessa Williams is in like Miss America. She might not be SAG registered, and that's how she'd get away with it, because not get away with it, but because she is like a model, and so like she's not a person that's going out to auditions every week and stuff. The roles that she had were like based on her being Vanessa Williams in Miss America and stuff, and you don't have to be like SAG registered to be in Miss America. So Elwood Vanessa Williams is probably the SAG registered Vanessa Williams. Oh, Nikia, that's right. The Vanessa L. For some reason, I was thinking L. I don't know why. Yeah, they because there's, you guys know, like when I was younger, I used to do like movies and stuff, and my, like obviously my real name is Ashley, and then I always use my middle initial C and then my real last name. But there's like a singer who, and like since I was a kid, I was doing stuff, so I've always had my name registered. And there's someone else who has the exact same name and the same middle initial, and they go by C. Ashley last name instead of Ashley C. last name. So yeah, it just is fun. And I know people who, like actors I've worked with before, who I'll be like, oh, what's your L middle initial stand for? And they're like, oh, I actually have a middle name. I just had to put a letter there because it's so funny. Oh, sorry, I've missed some stuff. I'm blathering on. Who hasn't been banging on about Danny and Gigi? Yeah, and that's the other thing. Kelly said with Bette and Pippa, like we know that's coming too, and I the way that they've like talked about Pippa and stuff, I don't think that it's like just some like business relationship or something. Like the way they've said Bette's like obsessed with her. So, oh hi Eileen. Oh, nightmare traffic. That is the best thing about living in the Isle of Man. Oh, no traffic. Everything is literally right next to you. I had to go to the other side of the island today, all the way to the other side of the island, and it literally takes like 15 minutes, and everybody acts like you're going on like a 10-month journey somewhere. Yeah, Vanya, she said, I feel weird about Bette and Danny because they're so alike. I just don't think Bette and Danny will be a thing. I think that it's always gonna be Danny, like, gaga for Bette. Someone else said in the voiceover, or no, I think actually we see her say it. Danny says, I just want to be near her, or something like that. And someone said that they thought maybe she was talking about Bette. Which, the way Danny talked about her last season, that totally makes sense. Yeah, Vanny, I agree that like it's more like a mentorship thing. And like Bette knows better by now. Come on. Oh, Nadia debacle. Although, can you imagine Jessica Capshaw is not on Grey's anymore. She could be an awesome throwback and a great guest star if Bette's going back into the art world. And what if she goes somewhere and, oh, look who's working here, Nadia. Everyone would love that too because a lot of Elwood fans watch Grey's, obviously. That part, like, obviously for Calzona. Well, RIP Calzona now for Marina. Yeah, Tammy said, oh, a lot of things will be happening. I think there will be so much drama. That's the one thing we know for sure is going to happen. Yeah, Kelly said the last scene in the trailer, who is dancing. I've had a couple of people ask me that, and I can't decide either. Let's pull it up. Because at first I thought it was Sophie. Oh, no, I'm sharing the wrong one. Okay. Well, this one's Angie and Jordy, but you guys know that. Oh, maybe I missed it. It is in this one, right? It's not in the teaser. Or am I? Makes me laugh every time. Oh, it must be. No, it's in the teaser, is it? Or am I? Oh, like put it through my mind so many times that I think I was like dreaming about the teaser last night. But let me see. You guys will tell me. Emma, it's the bisexual lighting. Oh, I'm just trying to read what he said. Oh, I have the teaser on my. Oh, this is like weird. Oh my god, look at this. Inception. Inception of my live. It's this one, isn't it? See what I was saying about the weird format? There, that one. It's hard to tell. At first I was thinking it's Sophie, and then some people were saying they thought it was Bette. Okay, let me try read all these comments. You think it's Bette and Pippa, Jules? Yeah. There's lots of dancing going on in this episode. I am just so excited to see that scene of Bette, Shane, and Alice. Here's the thing. Someone said this to me yesterday or the day before yesterday about the trailer. And oh, hey Ness, glad you can make it. And they said that they weren't keen on the trailer because, and they're like an OG fan, and they were saying that they think that it's, I mean, again, like, this is a 1 minute trailer for a 9-hour season, so there's only so much we can glean from the trailer. But they were saying that it seems as though like Bette is getting the majority of the storylines, and they're like not, they don't like dislike Bette, but they're not like a Bette apologist like me. So I don't know. Do you? I mean, Shane really didn't get a ton. I mean, there was like the Dana's thing, and there was like her wife and things, but out of the three of them, the OGs, I'm just talking about the Bette, like, it was more about Bette, and obviously the original show, like Bette and Jenny were the mains, and Bette and Tina were like the main couple. And I don't know, I guess like it's, I don't feel I can be like really impartial about it because Bette's my favorite character. She's always been my favorite character, and I like have always liked Bette and Tina too. And I mean, I always say the world would be a really boring place if we all liked the exact same things and thought the exact same way. So I don't know, like there it is such a big cast now. So will they be divvying things up more? And now that like there's a few more like OG people coming in, will they have, so you know, say you've got your 10 episodes, and imagine if they're like, okay, every episode has everybody in it, but like episode 2 is like pretty Shane heavy, and episode 3 is Alice heavy and stuff like that. Or would you prefer it's just evenly split, like every episode everyone gets their 10-15 minutes? Because I mean, with such a big cast, it is hard to make sure that everybody gets their like assigned time. And then obviously with the unique position they're in, that they have 3 main cast members who were main cast members from the original show, and they're also executive producers and things. Like, I don't know, I just thought it was interesting. Yeah, that's that Vania said like a good thing there. These trailers are the most vague trailers I've ever seen, to be honest. Maybe that's the point. And it is true. Like, there's literally trailers now for movies that, like, I'm like, what is the point in watching the movie? Because you just told us everything that's in the movie. So I think they have left it up, like, purposely, because it's not like this trailer tells like a story and like focuses on, like, I don't know, vet house and shit, or just what's going on with any of them. Like, we get to see everyone, but it's very quick. There's like very little dialogue. So I mean, maybe they want everything to be like a surprise. And, we've been snooping for the past 8 months. So they, I know that not everyone is like I always say about us, like us that are in here, that we're like the top tier of fans. Like, we talk about the show all the time. We follow the show even when the show's not on TV and like in the hiatus and stuff. And most of the audience isn't like, there's people honestly who've come to my channel this week and watched the trailer and they're like, oh my god, that's Rosie O'Donnell. And I'm like, yeah, we've been talking about this since Christmas. But if you don't keep up, then of course that makes sense, and you don't know, because why would you know? But I just was really surprised by some of the Rosie comments, because I think one of my like most, actually I think it is in the past like 6, or no, it'll be like the past like 10 months. I think one of my top videos was the Rosie announcement video. Are there any pics of Pippin? Not like official through the show, like just from like Vanessa Williams being on set and stuff. They're on her Instagram, but there was one. She did one Instagram live like the day that it was the day after they'd finished filming. It was just like packing up her trailer. Oh, yeah, it probably is Pepper, Jules. Sorry, you're right. Oh, Mira, sorry. Yeah, that was you talking about the Felicity scene. Sorry. I try and the one thing I have issues with sometimes, because I do try and keep, especially people who come to my lives, like, those are the people, like, I absolutely like remember all of you and know who's in here all the time and like commenting and stuff. Like, I retain the people from the lives like very well in my head. But sometimes when people have different names on Instagram and YouTube, and it like confuses me sometimes when they'll write something in the comments on Instagram and I don't realize it's the same person I have in my head from YouTube. So it like You think the cast is too big, Julesy? I mean, a lot of shows do, like, in the beginning the cast is a lot bigger and then they kind of like, over the seasons like whittle it down, because they do expect people to, if the show goes on for 5 seasons, like, especially a show like this where, okay, Jennifer, Leisha, and Kate are, if there's 10 seasons, they're gonna be in it, because they wouldn't come back if they're only gonna be in like a season. So you can count on them. But pretty much everyone else all of the new characters, like this is all of their big breaks. And okay, they could go on and be like in like a Marvel movie or something, but like this is most of their biggest projects to date. And something like that could happen. Like, you know, imagine, so like Sarah Shahi, when she did the L Word, like imagine if after one season she got cast in that Black Adam movie, then like she'd probably want to move away from the show. And like television's very different now than when the original L Word was on. Like big movie actors like wouldn't touch a television show with like a 10-foot pole, but now like TV's like, you know, the thing. Like even like Kate Winslet and stuff's in like HBO shows, so it is different now. But I guess maybe they're just being careful not to have like a tiny cast, and also, you know, to try and get as much representation as possible. I know that's a loaded word for talking about the show. Oh, Emma, it's about your getting Showtime through your prescription. I'll ask them when we chat next. I'll say my subscribers have a couple of bills that they need you to take care of. Yeah, Jules, that's exactly right. And talking about the trailer, Jules said, so vague to drive you crazy, and is literally driving people crazy in the fandom. Seriously, don't stress or obsess. That's like the thing though too, you know. The thing I always talk about with my channel, like my intention behind this channel is just to be able to have like a fun little community that we talk about the L Word, and it's a really positive place, like, and just putting out, for lack of a better term, like good vibes, and you know, loving the show, because I really, really do love the show a lot, and it had like a huge impact in my life, and I love having you guys and be like having other people to be fanatical about it with. But no matter what happens, like, well, maybe there's like a few tiny things that would cause me like to have rage, you know, but I'm if I don't know, something happened where they were like, oh, Bette's leaving to go and live in Timbuktu, and yeah, I'd be like annoyed and things, but I just sometimes, and I've talked about this before, but sometimes some of the things that I see, like people writing and stuff, and I am really lucky because, again, like especially you guys that are in this live, like you guys are awesome, and you're always so like kind and positive and stuff. But I'm talking about like in the general sphere of like the fandom and stuff, I just sometimes it really, really upsets me seeing some of the things that are written, especially when it's like literally on cast things or adding the cast or even like their hashtags, because I can see like, okay, maybe the actual cast or crew or writer or whoever it is doesn't follow their own hashtag, but you know who does? Their wife or husband or parent. And I really don't like that side. Like if I went on and watched a video, like whether it's a YouTuber or like a professional television show, and I was like, oh, I really don't like that, I either stop watching or I watch it and I go, not for me. Won't watch one of their videos again. And I click that little X in the corner and I move on. Like, I just don't like this. And I know this exists like everywhere. And there's like all that YouTube drama and people talking awfully about each other. And there's like whole culture around people doing like reaction videos, like I mean in like a negative, like drama-y way. And it just, yeah, I just don't like it. And people like all these nameless and faceless accounts like going and attacking people. Like I follow this like little YouTuber, like it has an even smaller channel than me, and she does like commentary videos, like deep dives onto like creators. And so she did one on like Gabby Hanna and like big YouTubers like that, and she did one on a certain YouTuber, and I mean this person has like millions of subscribers, and they literally like attacked her channel, and she wasn't even like mean, she was just like literally reporting the facts. And I just hate seeing stuff like that. Sidetrack there, sorry. Oh, I so wish Sarah would be able to come back too. I really do. That if I had to pick one of the like if I got a choice to pick anyone to come back, it would be Sarah Shahi. Oh, Fragrance, you watched Mayor of Easttown? It was really good. I liked it a lot. Yeah, Lainey, that's true. I mean, Lainey said, Leisha said during Pants that the fandom will be pleased and all main characters will have cliffhangers. I mean, that's the other thing. Like, I 100%, 1,000,000%, like, have all my faith in Jennifer Beals, Leisha, Kate, Laurel, the showrunner, the writers, everyone. Like, they really, really do care about the show and us and what we think and stuff. And like I can see that from the like I've always told you guys, like when I've spoken to them and stuff like that, like what other fandom does that happen in? I don't know. Well, maybe it does happen, but I haven't ever seen like people who talk about Grey's Anatomy or The Flash or something, and showrunners and crew and cast and stuff reaching out to people who talk about the show. Like, I have total faith in them. Yeah, you're right, Jules. Yeah, Kelly said, I think Alice is breaking up with Nat too. They just didn't work, in my opinion. Yeah, I really actually like Nat, the character. I know that like, not everyone does, but I don't think her and Alice are like the be all and end all for each other. And I would be surprised if they were together at the end of the season. Yeah, I think that they're going to break up too. And that little line that Alice said in the thing about, I don't want to change you or something like that. Maybe it could be all over the book. My theory about the book is that Alice is going to be writing like a life story, and I feel like whatever life story she's writing, they're gonna be able to do like callbacks to the original show through Alice writing this story, and that's how we'll get like our callbacks to like Dana and stuff, and she'll talk about like Dana and everything like that. Savage, thank you so much for the super chat. You're so kind. Thank you. You sweetie. Savage, I just read your Ash, they are a-hole. Yeah, somebody else said this to me yesterday about JB being quiet on social media. Honestly, she's she's probably like hiking or something, so there's no reception. But if you think about it, like they've been filming and all the prep before that, like as executive producers and stuff like that, they'll be really involved in for the past 8-9 months they've been filming, and then the very end of July or August, they're going to be doing like interviews and press and stuff like that. And again, I don't know how more obvious it could be, but then they're going to be doing something else in like October, November, when, as Leisha and Kate said, they're on hiatus now, but when the hiatus ends, and then so this little window in July is probably like her only real time to have like a put my cell phone away, or maybe not away, but to like, and it's summer and stuff too, so that's just my theory anyway. I'm just catching up on what you guys said. Yeah, I do like Gigi and Alice together. I just like Gigi with anyone. I'm like, oh. Yeah, same Kaya. I do like Nat, but just not with Alice. Thanks again, Savage. You just passed your super sticker. Maybe they will bring Aaron Daniels at the very end as a new character they talked about on Pants. That would be funny. Yeah, it'd be really great if all, hopefully over the series, like they can bring everyone back. I mean, like, I'm sure after everything that happened with like the Jenny storyline and stuff, maybe like Mia wouldn't want to come back, but I mean, she's like obviously still cool with like Kate and Leisha and stuff. And I can tell you that who will absolutely not be back is Karina Lombard. Oh my god, last year when she had that like absolute meltdown on Instagram. It was so funny. It was just because she kept like literally going in and editing and like changing all the hashtags and like tagging Jennifer and Eileen. I was like, what is going on here? I'm sure Tammy was saying about pictures from like the set and stuff. I'm sure they'll do what they did last year where they have taken a bunch of pictures, but they'll share them as like the episodes are airing and stuff. Oh, take the shadow down. I like when I'm small though. My little beaver face on here. Oh, this is like a little bit of a brag moment. But you know when Showtime released the trailer the other day, on their Instagram stories when they put that Entertainment Weekly article up, so you would swipe up on the story. The picture that they used was my picture, me, like where I took the picture in this room with the balloons and said like, who's ready for the L Word Generation Q trailer today? And they shared it. And I mean, I've told you guys that I've been talking to Showtime about stuff. And then when they tag you in a story, like it goes into the inbox. And then I saw it in there, and then I replied, and I was like, oh my god, thanks so much, like this is so cool. And they replied and they were like, no, thank you, Ash, thanks for that. And I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. Oh yeah, that's right. Kelly, I think she was in New York for that thing. Cause didn't she? There was something else that she was. I can't remember what it is now, but there was something else as well she was there for. Brenda, you need to get a VPN if you want to sign up for Showtime, and then you'll be able to get one. That's why I have Showtime. I just use a VPN. Oh no, Jules, she wasn't there for that, was she? No. Oh. Yeah, I wonder if they'll have Rose back. I would love to see her back too, and I would really like to know like what happened with her and Alice. Like maybe we'll find out when she's doing this book, because I just wonder like did they end the relationship like, I don't know, 2 months after the series, or did they end it a year before we pick up in Gen Q and stuff? So it'd be interesting. But I'm really hoping that we get like answers to a lot of what's gone in between the shows from Alice's book. I mean, it could not even be an autobiography, but that's what I'm thinking. Brittany. It airs every week. So the 6th, well, the premiere's on the 8th, but we just get it early on the 6th. So, because I know there's a lot of people that haven't ever watched the show live. So every Sunday you get a new episode for the first 5 episodes, and then it moves to Monday. So they've never done that before, though. It was always on Sunday. And a lot of people, I know there's people who watch the show for years and still don't know this, but even though the show premieres on Sunday night, the episodes become available on Showtime at midnight Eastern time. So it's 5 a.m. here, and I get up at 5 a.m. to watch it because obviously for the channel, but you can watch it Saturday night, Sunday morning from midnight, and then it'll switch to Sunday, Monday midnight, because when they switch to Mondays. Oh yeah, lady, that's one thing I'm glad is not in this in Gen Q is all that Jenny like dream sequence carnival stuff. Oh yeah, I'd love to see Holland Taylor back. That would be great. It'd be great if Holland Taylor and Rachel Shelley like showed up together. Pappy is like the one of the only people that I think that there's no way that they get her back because she is quite successful now. Jacinda, I can't remember her real last name, but she's in the morning show with Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon and Steve Carell. So, I mean, maybe. You never know. I think that was like one of her first big jobs. So, you know, some people have like that loyalty to. Yeah, still, I mean, the Jennifer Beals, the reprint of her book, she's been saying for ages that she's going to do it, but nothing as of yet. You can still get the prints on her site. And like I said, when season 2 starts, I'm gonna give away one of the photographs. I'm gonna wait for the. I'm not gonna like get one and then so the winner can pick whatever one they want, and then I'll get it signed for you as well. So it'll be all of the episode reviews. You have to be a subscriber and then comment on the episode reviews, and then I'll take all the comments from the episode reviews and do like that one I did for the Christmas thing where it's like it goes through all the names on the screen and then pick a winner. I'll probably wrap up in a minute, guys. Been chatting away forever. So let me know if there's any last things. Oh yeah, Emma, it's so fun. Honestly, like it is like a different. Not that I've ever not watched it, because like I've watched the show since the first season had just ended. Like my ex-girlfriend and I bought the first season on DVD, and then who like my first girlfriend sent me an Instagram message the other day, and she was like, her wife and her watched like my reaction to the teaser because they went to watch the teaser, and then she was like, "Oh, your video was suggested." I was like, "Okay." But the point of that was, yeah, it's a different experience. It'll be totally different for you because when they air the episode, straight away, like when the credits are going on the episode, they show you the trailer for next week. So straight away, everybody's like watches the episode, and then immediately it's like, okay, what's gonna happen next week? And you know, I mean, you've seen what happened with this trailer, so everyone goes crazy. So yeah, it's gonna be really fun. Oh, thanks, Kai. Yeah, Janina Gavankar. Oh, thanks, Tammy. Yeah. If you had a nice little time listening to me chat away, give the video a little. My thumb's flat from holding onto the thing. It's like dented. If anyone has any good shows, would you maybe suggest any shows? I feel like I cannot find anything good at the moment. Yeah, see, Brittany, there's so many people that like I'm honestly astounded by. I mean, we know who like a big portion of that 200,000 do watch the season 2 trailer and didn't watch the first one, because there's so many people who tell me, oh, I watched the show during the panorama, and like it's really amazing the amount of new people that have started watching it, which is great. And just I don't know, it's such like an array. It's not like it's all young people, or it's such an array of people. So yeah, it's really great. Yeah, that thanks, Tammy, because the honestly, like, it really does help the channel if you like and like comment and stuff, because it like helps those interactions. Even those like there's a few people that don't like me, and there's one really petty person who I know who it is, who comes and they put one dislike, and I'm like, I'll take it, because the best thing you can do is not view or not interact, but you coming in, and to count the down, they have to count a view and an interaction. I'm like, I'll take it, baby, give it to me. But yeah, thank you always, especially to everyone who comments and likes and shares, and my Instagram and Twitter and stuff. It all helps everything out. And like what I've been saying about like Showtime talking to me and things, like those that wouldn't happen without all of you guys contributing to the channel, and coming to the lives and talking in the comments and things like that. So it really, really means a lot. That, I mean, without you guys, this chat, especially without you guys in the live right now, like, the channel is nothing. So thank you so much. And of course, if you're not subscribed, then you're missing out. You can win so many beautiful things if you subscribe. So I'm gonna start the new competition next week, like this week, next week, and then August we'll be starting like all the Gen Q ones. But if you would like, in the meantime, some beautiful pieces of L Word merch, you can, in the description box, there's a little link to my store. And yeah, all those beautiful things have been funding the beautiful improvements on the channel, along with my page. Because yeah, LGBTQ content is not, I know that some people have like this impression that if you're on YouTube, you're like some sort of millionaire. But yeah. And by Stephanie, there was a few other people that were asking about I said my sisters are coming over soon. I am gonna go in a second. And they both said that they'd come on live and things. So yeah, and maybe I'll do like a vlog or something one of the days that my sisters and my nephews are here, because we'll do like some fun stuff when they're here. And my sister from America, she's going to be here for like 6 weeks, and yeah, she's coming from Oregon. So yeah. And then my other sister, and my sister lives in England. She's married to like one of my friends from school, And then they've got 3 boys, so it's going to be really fun. The chair? The chair. I haven't heard of that. Yeah, I am. Well, my plan so far for the when the episodes come out is what I'm gonna do. What I did last year, when I think Tammy, you were like one of my first subscribers, and so the episode comes out at 5 a.m. like my time, so that's like midnight Eastern, 9 p.m. California time. So I watched the episode twice, and then I film, edit, put it up. So usually it's up by like late morning, lunchtime on Sunday, but that's like really early in the morning in the US. And then once I've put it up, then I do the trailer breakdown, and then film, edit, and then I normally have the trailer breakdown up like in the late afternoon. So those are the plans of action. And I think I'm gonna, after the L Word, I think I'm gonna do Dexter, and then I was thinking about doing maybe Succession too. I don't know whether anybody watches that. I really like it. It's really good, but I think I'm definitely gonna do Dexter, and I don't know what's gonna happen with Showtime. Like, they said that they asked me for like my email and stuff to talk about working together somehow. So I don't know whether that means like literally like the little thing they did the other day or what. So if I hear from them, I'll let you guys know. But Miss G is giving me death stares because she wants her bedtime treat. So we're gonna head out. Oh, thanks, Emma. And oh, Savage, yeah, and Savage won one of the shirts, and then she got a water bottle. So, oh yeah, my sister said it's really hot in Oregon, Emma. So if you aren't subscribed, maybe give that subscribe a little click. If you enjoyed this extremely long stream, give the video a little like. If you want to let your thoughts and feelings out, put them in the comment section. If you want to get kitted out in some, this is a Showtime one though. If you want to get kitted out in some L Word merch, in the description box below, there is a little link to that. And also, don't forget to follow me on social media. That's where all the news is dropped. And thank you to anyone who's watching this back on replay. And massive, enormous thank you to my super silver stars that are in the live. You're the best. You're the absolute best. And until next time, until next week, basically, when I'll be back again, unless anything enormous happens within the next week. But I'll see you next week for sure. So thank you so much for coming, guys. You are the best. And I hope everyone in the US and the Isle of Man, we have a bank holiday on Monday because it's the Isle of Man National Day on the 5th of July. And we have the longest standing parliament in the entire world. So America copied us, basically. But yeah, we are going to have a little bank holiday on Monday too. So have a great 4th of July weekend, everyone, as well. Stay safe, be good, take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. Love you guys. Bye.